why 21 Savage this Kendrick Lamar and already apologized reaction. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Let's see what's going on with this. I know Drake dropped like 100 gigabytes of stuff, and apparently there's this 21 Savage or Drake song on there.
Now, after all
So
signs were pointing to the fact
mm,
that Drake was going to be taking a break from rap as he announced that his next album is going to be a collab project with R&B singer Party Next Door. This apparently has not stopped Drake from taking another lyrical swing on
Party
the
playing with
microphone
his
and from
nose
trying to
now.
create another moment that will start to bring him some positive attention after the Kendrick Lamar beef and with his most recent move. He has opened up this cryptic website called 100 Gigs for Your Head Top. And with this, Drake has finally done the first thing in months that is not making him look like the biggest joke in music, because what he did with this is give people a pretty interesting look into his vault, which features studio sessions, performances, lost album covers that are a lot better than some of the ones we actually got, and a lot of other behind the scenes content. But most importantly, and what everyone is going to be talking about from the latest move from Drake, are the 3 new tracks he has released on this website. And now, while one of these songs called Blue, Red, and Green is another cut from Drake that is in line with the Honestly Nevermind sound that he seems obsessed in bringing back, despite nobody gripping onto it whatsoever. And the other track, Housekeeping Knows, while featuring a rapper in Lotto, feels like another hip-hop dance crossover that is trying to do something like he did on For All the Dogs' track Rich Baby Daddy, but just a little lame. Aside from these, Drake also gave us his first real rapping performance since his beef with Kendrick Lamar that is not him going over the BBL Drizzy beat with his new track It's Up. And with this cut, as this is the first time Drake is giving us solo music since The Hard Part 6, and we are not hearing him with the whiny melodic singing, and we actually get
Oh,
to hear
really?
him rapping. This is obviously a very important moment, and now with the stakes this high, for a few hours, this track actually did something good for Drake, as it showed off a version of him that sounded more energized and charged up than ever. And in addition to Drake sounding like he actually can stand on his own 2 feet after this beef for the first time, with features from both Young Thug and 21 Savage on this track, Drake was able to boost back up some of the credibility he lost during the beef, as with 2 rappers who Kendrick accused him of biting off from still standing by his side. With both Savage and Young Thug, it was bringing Drake respect that he otherwise simply could not get on his own. And
I mean, people would do things as far as for certain things. It doesn't mean they're standing by him per se. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. Like when I heard about the whole 100 gigs, I was just like, eh. Like honestly, with the whole Kendrick and Drake beef, it kind of just solidified why I don't even care for Drake, you know? And you may ask, like, okay, well, if you don't care for Drake, why are you doing, all these different, videos and reactions? Well, because it's just all like I'm open, at some point in time I did enjoy Drake's music. It's just last couple of years I haven't heard anything that I pretty much enjoyed, and the direction, that he's going, I don't really care for. Like it's not even my style of hip hop. Like I don't deal with the 21 Savage and Young Thug particular type of music. I'm already on the Kendrick side. So I'm curious to just see what 21 Savage did into diss Drake, and was this something that is just coming out that was done prior, or was this something brand spanking new and bloop, like even him saying like the first, solo track that we've heard since the Heart Part 6, he may have put that out, but does that mean that he recorded it recently? So with him dropping 100 gigs, why would it be something that was brand spanking new? But I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. I know right now he's dealing with that stuff with Lil Yachty for their song because, hey, if some people was going in on me on the comments, the Drake fans are talking about like everything within that song and it being a Yachty song and everything like that. That wasn't the point of it, And then stuff came out that the artist that they got it from was a Christian rapper and a musician and different things like that. So it's just the whole wild thing.
on just this, In his verse, 21 Savage alludes to some very recent ideas, such as that the industry has turned on Drake, but that he still has his back, and specifically, he made a series of bars that were subliminally dissing Kendrick Lamar, which, as he said, "Them people be lying, same people be dying, and they never post. No rap cap come out my mouth, made a couple songs think he hot now, hit is up, he think he Pac now." And now with 21
Wow.
coming out and seemingly calling out Kendrick Lamar,
I mean, it could be, but I mean, if you listen to hip hop, you've definitely heard the whole Thinky Pac. That's not even specifically a diss to West Coast artists or different things like that. It's more like when I've heard it used in different, like in songs, it wasn't even towards West Coast artists. It's more so of the personification and characteristics of Pac, and so plus, those lines was garbage. Like that's why I'm just on like certain people when they say stuff and they want to get into the rap battle league of certain things. It's just like, bro, shut up. Like those lyrics are trying. What did this ninja say? This ninja said, and that's the thing with 21. It's just all like I don't even know why them ninjas be lying, same ninjas be dying, and they never post ish. So like people, it is so trippy how some people are just all like, you mean you can still make dope music and you don't have to post on social media all the time? And so when you got people who do post all the time and they're just seeing the successful person that does it, it's just all like, well, dang, so people like academics try to say that stuff as well, like, oh, he's not dropping all the time, so he's irrelevant. So, like, it's weird. Like, certain things, it's weird. And then
same
this
people
other
be
one,
dying, and they never post. No rap
this one, no rap cap come out my mouth, made a couple songs, think he hot now, hit his ass up, he think he Pac now. So, the whole hit up, hit him up, and that was being a diss that Tupac had made and different things like that. You think he Pac now. Could this be at Kendrick? Sure. But the whole made a couple of songs think he hot now. It sounds like he's going for somebody maybe newer, but maybe it may go into him actually saying it's about Kendrick. But again, that makes no sense. That makes no sense because people act like Kendrick just came out of nowhere. Like he hasn't been dropping stuff for the past 10 plus years. That was dope before even anyone knew of a 21 Savage. You know what I mean? Like, people are genuine with this stuff, man.
come out my mouth.
Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Catalog. Yeah. These are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just check it out because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the
Made a couple songs think he hot now, hit is up, he think he Pac now. And now with 21 coming out and seemingly calling out Kendrick Lamar, while these disses are not anything ground shaking, this was a powerful
really.
moment for Team Drake because it was showing that despite what Kendrick said on Not Like Us and despite how many people have turned on Drake, rappers as respected as 21 Savage are still standing by him and calling out Kendrick Lamar for doing something that they didn't like. And now as this narrative began to go around the internet and people were talking about these lyrics from 21, when DJ Academics went on live stream to talk about these new Drake tracks, he went on to say that he spoke to 21 Savage's manager and he tried to clear the air and say that these lyrics were not about Kendrick Lamar. And while
See, that's why I'm just all like it. Like certain people, they'll reach for the stars, and they may again gonna try to put the whole well. He mentioned Tupac, this, and this because the Drake hate train has been going on. The saying Drake fell off been going on, so that's why it's very hard to pinpoint when this was created. Hell, 21 and Drake have a whole project together. You know what I mean? So it's just all like that's where the confusion comes from. And people are gonna again think because he mentioned Pac, that it's automatically got to be with Kendrick, and then the whole couple of songs. Like, I can see where people could think that, but looking at the lyrics, it's just all like, nah. It really sounds like it's for somebody that's a lot newer in the game.
Pac was trying to push people into believing this. When you put everything together, you can see that this is a sheer and utter lie on the end of 21 Savage's team, and it is exposing a larger problem in the rap world currently, which is that everybody is not even just scared, but terrified of Kendrick Lamar, and now with the public hyper-fixated on this situation and knowing where all of the tension in the rap game is lying. What's happening is that now rappers are sending out their usual sneak disses at other rappers because, as we all know, hip-hop is a competitive space, and with these rappers competing for the same fans, attention, and of course dollars, people are not going to always like it.
It's so weird. Let me just say, I'm 33. And sometimes I hear the narrative of hip hop and I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? Like, not everyone's competing for the same fans. And even if they aren't, people have, like, you think people who are listening to 21 aren't sitting up there also listening to Kendrick, also listening to Drake, also listening to a whole bunch of different art? Like, it's like I get what he's saying, and even people are just like, yeah, hip hop is a competitive sport. Da, 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 da. Man, it's like I do think that, but they also don't. You know what I mean? I think maybe if you want to put things in a commercial aspect of things, but it's just all like, how can it be a competition when some of these people aren't even? It ain't a competition. You know what I mean? Like, they may think it's a competition, but I don't know. Let me know what y'all think as far as with that,
But at this moment, where we all know where everyone lies and who is an enemy of who because of a feud involving so much of the genre has boiled up, rappers can no longer get these sneak disses off that cater to their own ego and silently target their rivals out without fans figuring who they are about. And this has caused multiple rappers to spiral out of control. And from Big Sean a few weeks ago, who pretty much ended up getting his album leaked because he tried to dodge taking accountability on his obvious disses about Kendrick Lamar, to 21 now, we are seeing more than ever that Kendrick Lamar really is the boogeyman in hip-hop, because at this moment where most listeners can figure out what is going on, as soon as somebody gets these allegations of dissing Kendrick Lamar, we are seeing rappers fold faster than ever. And just to prove the point that 21 was sneak dissing Kendrick, let's just look further into this situation to fully grasp everything and see how ridiculous it is to refute these claims. Now, first off, I think we have to note that with this website that Drake has put out, in of itself, we can clearly see that this song was uploaded after the Kendrick Lamar beef went down. So just off this fact,
no, that's kind of a reach, because it's just all like, for one, when was the site created? Because that may have been just the timestamp for the fact that it was uploaded on the 6th, or that it was the file that was created or moved over was for the 6th. Like, that's why I'm just all like, I get what he's trying to say, but in the same token, it's just all like, if you deal with files on a computer and you're a musician, or you, like I said, you just deal with files on a computer, you can understand how that can actually be a stretch. You know what I mean?
Being put out on Drake's end to represent his brand and the people around him after everyone has already heard tracks like Family Matters and Not Like Us. And this is abundantly clear from the fact that some of the dates on his website go all the way back to 2018, and this one is very recent. So just from this alone, we know that the song wasn't.
You mean to tell me there's files on there from it's already 8/7 at the time of recording this. You mean to tell me that in a vault of stuff and stuff that are dated as far as like different things, you mean those were actually done the last couple of days? Literally, you mean to tell me the joint was just done yesterday? No, like that particular argument, I'm gonna disagree as far as with that.
To be a new chapter in Drake's musical story. And now beyond this, when we look at 21's bars, they are clearly defending Drake and calling out Kendrick for supposedly lying about what he said in his diss tracks. And then 21 tries to frame these diss tracks as his first massive songs in years, which is another sentiment that Team Drake has thrown out. And now topping everything off, as 21 literally goes on to compare who he is talking about to thinking they are Tupac. After Kendrick didn't just defend Tupac and use him as motivation to defeat Drake, but then paid homage to him directly through his outfit at the Pop Out concert and his
Yes, yes. Again, that's all that I was talking about before. Can it be about Kendrick? Sure, sure. But like I said, is it? No. Kendrick's management or 21 Savage's management said no. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things to where it's just all like, again, to discredit and act like Kendrick just MIA. Like, even as far as just downplaying Kendrick, like I said, there is as far as the whole Pac thing, but again, if you're a hip hop head, you've heard those particular lines used as a diss. Like, you ain't Pac, you know what I mean? As far as trying to be thug life, trying to be hard, that's more so what I feel like it was. And like I said, it felt like it could have been to a new artist. What new artist? I'm not sure. But it's just like Kendrick would destroy you, 21 Savage. Doesn't mean people won't try to take certain shots, but it's just all like, no, no. Anyways, if y'all want to see this full video, Fantastic Hip Hop, I'll leave this in the description. Let me know what y'all think of all of this. Again, it could be Fantastic Hip Hop does do like a really good job with certain things, but sometimes, especially in this one might be a stretch. This one might be a stretch with this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Special composition of MC that writes fiction. Back at it with another reaction. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the road to 5K. Peace.